Hello everybody and welcome, my name is GaaraOfBentonYGO, and today here on this exciting Yu-Gi-Oh video, we are going to be going over how my last competitive season went for me. This is starting from the beginning of September all the way up until now. I played in more events than I have ever in such a short time period. Played before, playing consistently the same, kind of sort of the same decks. And I figured now it would be a decent time to just kind of reflect on my competitive season, what I've learned, what I can teach you guys, and that sort of thing. I did go to a regional over the weekend, and the deck profile from that event will be towards the end of the video. If you just care about that deck profile, then I will post a timestamp right now on the screen telling you when that deck profile starts. It did get hit by the man list because it was using Nightmare Mermaid, but it was just to kind of show what I ended up the season with. I have more events to plan. We have the sneak peek this weekend. I have the Tulsa, Oklahoma regional in 2 weeks. And then the first weekend of December, I have another regional in Fayetteville, Arkansas that I'm going to. But these last couple regionals, what events did I play in? Well, I played in the Tulsa, Oklahoma regional. I played the Lenexa, Kansas regional. I played in an OTS championship in Fayetteville, Arkansas, an OTS championship in Conway, Arkansas, YCS Fort Worth, and I played in a regional over the weekend in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And just for the Fayetteville, Arkansas, we'll talk about how well I did in all of them. Starting off the season, I played Magical Musketeers, as you guys know, and I didn't do very well in the Tulsa, Oklahoma regional or the Lenexa, Kansas regional. So after that, I decided, all right, I'm building Cyber Orchest, and I'm going to play meta deck. Cyber Orchest is a pretty decent deck, and that's what I'm going to be playing. So I built Cyber Orchest, and then the OTS championships came up. The first OTS championship I played Grand Maju, got absolutely curb stomped, and I was like, yep, Cyber Orchest from now on. And that's what I was playing. My Cyber Dragons, they've done me well. And so then I went to an OTS championship in Conway, Arkansas, bricked every single round. Couldn't figure out why. I was shuffling my deck. My opponent was shuffling my deck. I bricked every single round. That was kind of disheartening because there wasn't anything I could do, and I didn't think that the deck ratios were bad. I was just drawing all the one-ofs, which was kind of weird. And so then I took the deck to YCS Fort Worth, and I did relatively well the first 4 rounds. At the end of round 4, I was 3 wins, 1 tie, and then I got nervous and just kind of went down from there because I was nervous. I started misplaying because I wasn't used to winning, and I was just super nervous that I wasn't taking one game at a time, which is probably my first piece of advice, is don't worry about the outcome. Worry about taking one game, one match at a time, and just have fun with the game, because that's what it's here for, is to have fun with the game. And so take one match at a time, and you'll do better that way. If you think about, oh, well, if I win the next 4 rounds, then I can make top 32. And then you lose one of those rounds, you're like, oh no, what do I need to... No, just take one match at a time and just play Yu-Gi-Oh! Just play Yu-Gi-Oh! And then, so after YCS Fort Worth, I had the regional last weekend in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and I got 18th place out of like 104. Top 16 was their invites. I was so disheartened. I went X2, and I was like, X2, I'm fine. I'm going to make top 16. Well, I got 18th place. And it was really good because I was on point with my plays. Like, the only 2 games I lost were 2. One game I bricked both matches against Moonlight Orchis. Shout out to Qua, who's a kind of a known player in our area. Shout out to him. He was really cool, and it was just bad. And then I lost to a pure Orcus player who just had the outs. He had Shadal Winda, and he gave me Ibli, so I couldn't contact fuse away his monsters. I didn't have a normal Cyber Dragon in hand to tribute summon over the Ibli to make Fortress Dragon. It happens. I'm not gonna. If they have the outs, they have the outs. There isn't much you can do about that. So I'm not going to down on that too much. But it was a really solid event and helped to boost my confidence as a player, because I was able to make plays. I was facing decks that I didn't know how to beat. Like, I versed a Lair Infernoid player who I 2-0'd. I versed a Fluffle player who I had the biggest big brain play against the Fluffle player, because as you guys know, one of my favorite cards and the reason why I want to play Orcust is Eradicator. And I was sitting there siding, and I'm like, what do I do against Fluffles? Like, I don't have a side deck card. Nibiru isn't like super that great against Fluffles. So I was like, what do I play? Like, how am I supposed to get around Fluffles? And so I was like, wait a minute. He played Engage game 1, so he's playing Sky Striker engine. And it's Fluffles. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't know how to play against Fluffles, as like on my desk at home right here is like a full. Oh, there's my Bigfoot. I've been looking for this, but there's like a full Fluffle deck right here. So I know how Fluffles work, and they work off of Fright for Patchwork and Polymerization. And so I was like, okay, side an Eradicator. They're going second deck. They're an OTK deck. I choose to go first. I open up Eradicator. I Eradicator him for like 5 spells. And he's dumbfounded. He's like, okay, GG, game 3. Game 3, I don't open up Eradicator. And he makes me go first, and I'm like, okay. Think. Big brain plays. Think. So I was like, all right, normal core search rev system, because I didn't have that great of a hand, so I could only really do Orcus combo. And I was like, all right, Danger Snake, summon Snake, draw Eradicator. I'm like, GG, game over. So that game, I Eradicated him for 6 spells. Nothing he could do about it. So it's those kinds of plays that I'm just like, okay, that's taking one match at a time. Just slow down to think, all right, I need the out to this person's board. They OTK'd me game 1. What do I need to do? And that's really all there is to it. Like, you have to just make your plays and take it one round at a time. I did not take my own advice. I did not sleep really before the event. I got like 2 hours of sleep. I didn't have an energy drink. I didn't eat breakfast. Like, those are all super important things to sleep, have enough energy, eat. But I wasn't really focused on eating. I was so nervous about the event, but then once I got there and started winning my games, I was like, all right, I got this. I can do it. And so I ended up X2, and yeah, that kind of helps make my competitive season kind of worth it. I didn't get my invite, but it was so that I actually was able to kind of build my confidence as a player. And a lot of the people in my locals were there, and they were like, dude, I didn't know you could play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm like, yeah, neither did I. So that's kind of my recap of my competitive season. Now we're going to do a quick deck profile for my Cyber Orcus, just as a final hurrah to kind of show the deck that I played to get 18th place at the regional. We're going to go over it really quick because there's only a couple changes. But triple Cyber Dragon, obviously, triple Core, triple Hers, double Naxter. This is not any different than my last deck profile. We played double Galaxy Soldier, then 2 Nessie, 2 Snake, 2 Jackalope, double Nightmare, double Harp Horror, and the 1 Symbol. And then the one change to my monster lineup, and the card that probably put in the most work in this regional, Gizmek. I took out World 1, I added Gizmek, and this is going to be a staple in my Orcus decks from now on. I don't know why I wasn't playing it before. World 1 was so bad. Like, it was so good when it was good, but it was so bad when it was bad. And this card was never bad for me. So, definitely playing the one of Gizmek. I'm debating for the next season because this deck did get hit by the ban list, and losing Mermaid does hurt. I'm debating playing Pure Orcust, but that's something we'll have to try. But for the spells, playing Triple Emergency, Triple Machine Dupe, Double Overload Fusion, 1 Cyberload, 1 Rev System, 1 Repair Plant, and only 2 Called by the Graves in this list. And the reason why is because I added the one of Foolish Burial to the deck because Ash Blossom hurts. And if I had the Foolish Burial, this can either, if I want to do the Mermaid play, I can do the Mermaid play, or this can bait the Ash. If they didn't Ash like Core or something like that. So yeah, this card put in a lot of work as well. If I was able to successfully do the Mermaid play, then this would send Gizmek, and then I would OTK my opponent. Really, really good. And then the 1 Babble for the spells. And then 1 Overflow, 1 Crescendo to round out my traps. This was a 42 card deck. I think ratio is absolutely perfect. Even like, I don't even think you need Called by the Grave in this deck because you just play through so many disruptions. And I sided out Called by the Grave every game 2 and 3 for the most part, except for against the one Sky Striker player I played against. But moving on to the extra deck, this is still the same. We have Boral Sword, Almirage, Nova, Infinity, Rampage. This card put in so much work. This card won me like 5 games out of 7 rounds, which is really good. Double Mega Fleet, Fortress Dragon, Seeger, Mermaid Phoenix, Double Galatea, Longrisu, Dingrisu. Not really much to explain there. It's about the same extra deck that I had been playing. Side deck was a little different because I was scared of Lunalight Orcust, and I knew I needed some cards to beat them with. So we played Double Lancia. If I drew this on my opening turn, I could just shotgun it before they played Nibiru, before they played Azathoth. And then the one card to like shut down their plays, I played double No Material, and these were purely for Lunalight Orcust. Lancia is for any Orcust deck, and No Material could be for Orcust too, but that's why I played No Material. Looking back, I should have played 3 No Material and 2 Nibiru, but I couldn't find my third No Material, so it is what it is. And then we played Triple Nibiru. This card only came up against my round 2 opponent, which was my friend Adrian from our locals. I think he's got a deck profile up on my channel. He was playing Dragon Link, and he played through all my disruptions, was about to go off, and then I just Nibiru'd him and absolutely destroyed him, 2-0'd him. That was a matchup. That was probably the matchup I was most scared about because I didn't know, like, I wasn't prepared for that matchup, but it worked out really well. And then for Striker and back row decks, double Twin Twister, 2 red reboots because I needed to make room for the No Material, so I took out a Lancia and a red reboot. And then the MVP, obviously, the Eradicator. Most beautiful card ever, and very, very happy with it. And then the 1 Nibiru token. But yeah, guys, that was my competitive season for the last 2 months, the last format. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, if you guys want to just have a conversation, leave a comment down below. I answer every comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.